Okay, before I get in the video, I want to be honest about something. I only kept the uForce 1000 for 8 weeks and then I sold it. For 6 weeks it stayed in the dealer's shop because things kept tearing up. First the drive belt broke, then the clutch plates broke. Then the glove compartment broke, then the camo started peeling. Then the winch quit working. Then the lights quit working right. They would come on, but they would only flash. Then the ignition quit altogether. And it was always something. Something was always tearing up. So I kept taking it to the dealer. The dealer kept fixing stuff. And what I found out the hard way is some third-party components you put on will invalidate or void parts of your warranty. When I bought it, the dealer promised me they had plenty of spare parts, and that was a complete lie. So don't ever trust your dealer. And I recommend if you buy one of these machines, buy the best extended warranty you can because you're going to need it. I was not going to publish this video. I found a couple of folks online who have been contacting me for the past year since I did my original uForce review videos, and they said, hey, go ahead and publish it because people need to know that even though it looks like a Honda Pioneer, it's really not. So after about 8 weeks, I found a guy who wanted my uForce. He was not at all bothered by the problems I'd had. He said he could fix them. So I took a small loss and I sold it. So I recommend if you're going to buy one of these, take a long, hard look and do your research to make sure you understand what you're getting into. All right, let's do the video. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's do a side-by-side comparison. Right here I've got the 2021 Honda Pioneer 1000. Right here I've got a 2022 CFMoto uForce 1000. This is brand new out of the box. I picked it up the day before yesterday. It's only got a couple of miles on it. Don't even have it dirty yet. So we're gonna look at it completely stock and do a side-by-side comparison. The uForce 1000 has the True Timber camo pattern, which I really like. It's their HTC fall pattern. So let's talk about some of the features. First off, you can tell by looking at them, they're about the same size. There's about an inch difference in the vehicles. Both have very similar front ends. The uForce comes stock with a hitch. The Pioneer does not come with a hitch, but it has a wider bumper. So bumper on the Pioneer comes out farther and extends farther side to side to cover the wheels, sort of. The uForce 1000 bumper comes barely to the edge of the wheel, but they put this nice sticker on for us. So anyhow, they look very similar, they drive very similar, they sound a little bit different. What I'm going to cover today is the basic difference in the features. So let's do a quick walk around of the uForce and take a good look at it. So the uForce, of course, one of the most obvious differences is it does not have doors. And I think that's one of the ways they cut cost. You got these nets on both sides. You push the red button in and the net opens and you can enter the vehicle. Likewise, on the driver's side, you don't have a door. You have a net, and right now I've got the net open. So you put the net into this seatbelt style connector. These have the same exact size tires. This is the Pioneer. It's got 27 by 9s on the front, 27 11s on the back. The uForce comes with these tires they call stag tires. And the stag tires are also 27 by 9 on the front, and they're really nice looking tires. They've got 27 11 tires on the rear. And the tread pattern is almost identical on the two tires. There's the tread on the uForce. There's the tread on the Pioneer. From the front, they're very similar. The suspension on each is just about the same. Both have the same A-frame and the suspension. They both got the same drivetrain because now these are both, let me back up a step. These are both four-wheel drive machines and they have about the same power. They've got the same engine size, same tow capacity, but there are some slight differences. Anyhow, you can get an idea of how this looks. This actually comes with a pretty cheapo stick stopper. It's very similar to the Honda Pioneer. It's got the A-frame. They call this a wishbone suspension, I believe. It's got the shock up here and the suspension up top, the suspension below, and there's the drive shaft. And this is an aftermarket stick stopper. So the front ends are very similar from a suspension perspective. Okay, let's talk about the windshield. This is a Honda windshield. It was aftermarket. It was actually purchased from the dealer this machine came from, but that windshield is not stock on the Pioneer. The roof also was not stock. When my brother bought his Pioneer, he had the roof put on at the dealer. Now on the uForce 1000, you also do not get a windshield unless your dealer puts it on ahead of time. You can buy a windshield, which is about 500 bucks. Okay, so let's look at how to tilt the bed. So if you want to tilt the Pioneer's bed, you have to open the front door, and you have to pull up on this, and the bed tilts. Now if you want to tilt the uForce bed, you can do it on this side by pulling this lever, or you can go around to the other side, and there's the same lever on the other side. And so you pull it, and the bed tilts up. Okay, let's look at the steering wheels and compare those two, because on both vehicles you can adjust your steering. So you can pull this control right here, and you can recline your steering wheel. And it goes way down. It goes so far down that it's uncomfortable for me to use. And if you pull the control again, the steering wheel automatically pops up, and it pops up really well, almost like it's spring-loaded. So on the Pioneer 1000, you got the same type feature, but it's harder to use. I really don't care for it as much. You have a control right there that you pull to you to make it go up and down, but it doesn't actually, it doesn't have as much springiness. So when I let it go, if I pull it down and I let it go, it doesn't spring up as much. And that's not a feature of the age of the Pioneer. That's how it was when it was new. Okay, let's tilt the bed and look underneath the bed of each. So I'm gonna pull that lever, tilt the bed on that one, and you can see that you have pretty clear access to the engine. The engine's wide open right there. So the engine is farther back on the uForce 1000. Let's go take a look at the Pioneer when I tilt the bed on it. The engine on the Pioneer is actually halfway, it's really underneath the backrest of the seats. The engine is like right down there. So if I pull that lever, again, you can see engine parts. There's your oil check right there. You got this big plastic assembly that sits on top of your engine, but you have access to almost everything in the rear of the machine. Over here, you've got the engine right there, you got your exhaust, your battery is right down in here. Now I have to give them credit, they put a decent battery and fairly decent cables on the battery. So you have easy access to the battery. If you want to check your oil in the Pioneer, as I just pointed out, there's your oil check stick right there. If you want to check the oil in the CFMoto, it's, where is it? See if I can get over there. It's actually right there. So I really don't like that. You have to reach your hand way down in here. And I've tried to check my oil earlier today, and I actually dropped the oil stick on the ground. So I really don't like where they put the oil stick. They could have extended it up higher or moved it into an area that was easier to get to. So if I've got to compare what's underneath the bed of the two, I would say Pioneer wins out over the CFMoto. Here's your breather on the CFMoto. Here's your air intake. Your air filter is right in there. If you want to change your oil, you're in for an adventure if you want to change your oil on this puppy. Now, if you want to change your oil on there, it's fairly easy. We've done it a couple of times. If you want to change your oil on here, you really need to take this piece off. But you know what? I'm going to do a whole video on oil change. We'll get to that later. But of the two, I would say that Pioneer wins over uForce 1000. Okay, let's talk about storage in here. So I've got a cup holder here, two cup holders here. I got this area right down there for storage. I've got some under dash storage right there, some more right there, and a little bit right over there. Plus you got a nice sized pocket. Now in your pocket, you have your owner's manual. Then you've got your winch control. Then you actually have a remote control for your winch, which I really like. That's nice. They also give you a little toolkit, which has about a dozen tools in it. They give you a funnel for your oil, and they give you a rubber tube. I guess this is for oil also. So you got plenty of room in your glove compartment. I really like that. So let's compare that to the Pioneer. So on the Pioneer, they put a little bit more money into the closure mechanism on the Pioneer. You actually turn that and open it, but you don't have as much storage space. So the pocket is smaller, but it closes a little bit better. You have a cup holder there, you got some storage there, you got a cup holder here. You have this little storage compartment here, which is not very big. Now you see this net, that's aftermarket storage that my brother put in his Pioneer, which works really well. That's if you have a Pioneer, putting your under dash storage in, that net's really worth buying. Okay, let's do a sound comparison. Go ahead and crank it up. All right, you can turn it off. Honda has a very smooth sound. I almost call that their signature sound. Now let's crank up the uForce 1000 and compare that. Uh-oh. All right. So you can get a good idea of how this sounds. The uForce 1000 engine sounds more like a motorbike engine. The Honda engine sounds more like an automobile engine.